Hi guys, and if it's Friday, it's Down and Dirty Woodscraft. Stay with me. Okay, today guys, we're going to talk to those old guys. Guys like me, it's got a few years on us. We still enjoy going out there, but maybe we don't get up and down as easy as we do, or hands work as well as it should be. And according to the demographics bit, a lot of you guys that watch me are guys that are over 50, and so you're still enjoying going to the outdoors and stuff, but you know, some of it ain't as easy as it used to. So we're going to do some videos all along in here mixed up for the old silver foxes and the old silver wolves in our bunch who've got a few miles on us. And what today we're going to talk about is fire technique for us that's got arthritic hands, especially in the winter. Our hands just don't want to work right. Okay? So let's talk about that. Now, when you see doing it with a ferro rod, the problem with a lot of us have is trying to get everything to coordinate and work at the same time. Now this is a stainless steel knife. This is my Blackbird in ABL. A lot of people say you can't get a carbon steel knife, a stainless steel knife, to scratch as well and do as well as a carbon steel. That's not true. It's how good the 90-degree edge is on the back. Okay? So I need to generate a pile of shavings right here. And the problem with it is when I pick up a piece of fat wood or whatever and I start trying to carve, all I make is little flakes. I don't make any real shavings. I go to cutting into it, and just because of the way my hand is, you know, it's like that. You see stuff flipping everywhere. You don't make a pile that goes everywhere. Try this. Take your knife onto something and stick the knife down like that. Now take the fat wood and drag against the knife. You could hold it and put your thumb out there to hold the blade vertical and start shaving like this. And what that does, you see, it makes a nice tight little pile in one place. Easy to do. Just put the blade up there, give it a little bump, get you a good line and start doing it. And it isn't a lot of hand cramp that way because I can just hold it flat and just put my thumb up there to hold against so the blade don't want to twist back in my hand. Okay? I can also stick it like that and then start doing this. It's not going to be as focused as it was putting it down the other way, but it will work. So all I got to do is pull to me. It's a little easier for us guys that may have a little ear problem and we don't balance that well anymore. Sticking the tip of the knife in keeps it from moving around, and we're not going to cut ourselves easy. Okay? So we're going to use the knife, but we're going to make the wood do the work instead of the knife as far as moving. Okay? And once you got a pretty good pile, okay, rake up your pile. Now, usually, what everybody talks about doing is this. They take the ferro rod and they take the knife and they start doing like that. And we're throwing big old sparks, okay? But the controllability is sometimes a little hard. So, what you want to do is you want to take your knife, take your weak hand and take the knife and hold it down there like that. You're going to take your strong hand, put your finger on top of it and hook over the top, and you're going to pull the rod straight back to you. That will throw the sparks right there. Let me demonstrate that. Just like that. See, I done set the stump on fire. Now, you can also stand it up and draw it, or you can take it into your weekend. Put the actual end of the ferro rod, not at the edge, but actually kind of in the middle of your pile of shaving. And you want to put your thumb on top of the blade and just scrape. Don't try to ignite it, just start scraping. You get some of that magnesium and stuff down there on the pile. That way when you do the scrape, it's got something to help it catch, okay? Another little trick that I found helps a lot. Okay, here's another little trick that helps a lot. Go ahead and get your tinder bundle ready to go. Now, what is the difference between a bird's nest and a tinder bundle? A tinder bundle is just a handful of crushed down, ready to ignite stuff. Usually this is ignited with flame, okay? So if I'm using fat lighter shavings, a cotton ball and Vaseline, or something like that, or one of those soaked pads I tear up, that'll work because it's going to give me flame, and then this will go, okay? If I'm wanting to just ignite it straight from the ferro rod to this, I need a bird's nest, much finer, real fine hair-like, that spark can catch. But what we're going to do right here is going to be done with a tinder bundle, which is a handful of leaves, okay? I've got my pile of shavings right here. I'm going to put my tinder right there beside of it, on the other side of it. In fact, I would probably make two piles, one on either side, so it's kind of a V. Okay, I'm going to put my two tinders just like that. Now see how it's formed like a horseshoe around my tinder? That way whenever that ignites, no matter which way the sparks start flying, something's going to catch sparks, okay? Now, I'm going to put my ferro rod down there onto the stump and push down against it. Put my thumb on top of the blade, and I'm going to just push down. See how easy that ignited? Now I can take my knife on the other side and push my tinder up over it. My hands just don't, with arthritis, don't want to close up. And so it's easy to hold something big like that. One of the reasons I like to have a big handle on a fire rod, especially for this old silver wools, for something to get a hold of. Trying to grab just a rod like that isn't that much grip, and it'll really bite down. That kind of hurts our hand, don't it? Okay. Next, having the knife in our hand where I can put my thumb against that blade to help guide me in my strokes. Make it a lot easier. Go ahead and just put it up there. Don't be in a hurry. Put the knife blade up there. Take your hunk of fat wood or just a piece of dry wood. Just got kind of a split, so it's got kind of a sharp edge, thin edge, and start sawing it on the back of the knife until you make a big pile right here. Go ahead and make it the size of an egg, you know. Then make a V on either side of whatever your tinder bundle is, ready to go. And then take your ferro rod, put it down hard on the stump, and just do long scrapes until you get some stuff down and then bear down and just push down. And it should ignite right on the first hit like that. As soon as it ignites, roll it over and just let it start going, and have the rest of your firewood ready to go to put on top of it. It's just a change in technique. A good friend of mine who he and I have hunted together for many, many years. He got these big old hands, a lot bigger than mine. And to hold a Zippo lighter or to hold a Bic lighter hurts his hand. To close his hand up, even to hold a lighter like that. So we came up with a different kind of lighting system for him so that he could use a lighter to ignite stuff. Sometimes kitchen matches are just easier if you can close your hand up and get a hold of them. You know, that's the thing. But if you're wanting to use a ferro rod, put a big old handle on it. And it ain't got to be a nice fancy one like this that I got from stitchgear.com. All you got to do is just put duct tape on the end of a rod. Get a good thick rod, you know, 3/8 inch to an inch, 3/8 inch to a ½ inch or so. You know, I like it about 4 to 6 inches like that long with a good big handle on it. something I can carry on my knife sheath. And you see it throws really good sparks. You're going to have to scrape that cover off because it'll oxidize. See? But by doing it and doing that technique, we can do it. You can get out there, you can still build a fire this way. Now, getting up and down is not easy. Sometimes it's easier just to lay the firework down there on the ground, and then up here on an elevated something where I can get a hold of it, actually ignite, and get a bundle of sticks with the tinder bundle up here on top of it. So once it's burning, I can pick it up and stick it in up under the fire without having to get down on my knees. Can't get down on my knees. A lot of guys tell me that. Like, yeah, I'm trying to do this, but I just can't get down on my knees anymore. You understand? Lay the fire, you know, get it ready to go. Get your firewood preparation done. And then you're going to start over here on whatever elevated area you can get and just make you up a bundle of sticks with a big old wad up of a tinder bundle on top of it where I can pick it up like a torch and put it up under and start the fire that way. Hope this gives you some ideas, guys. Please leave any questions or comments below. And to you old silver wolves out there, keep going, guys. We ain't done yet. Till next time, guys, I'm Blackie wishing you safe journeys. Have a great day, guys.